Legends. Okay. So as you can see on the screen, what I actually promise to do every month is to kind of like go over the gross and also like I did last month. I like to put the link in the description. I want you guys to actually go and give this person some likes who posted this like you did last month because it's their post and I like to get them to get credit for it. So go on to Reddit if you have a Reddit account and go and like the post. So right off the bat, we see Genshin basically is on top once again. And it's interesting because of how unstable Genshin is right now. The community is unstable. Content creation is definitely unstable, but I ain't got nothing to do with that because I've been bailed on that. It's weird because I didn't expect they would make more money in January compared to December. But then again, keep in mind that there's an overflow from December going into January, so there's some of that. So a lot of the money that was made the last week in December overflowed into the first week in January. So that is a thing. But still, January, the deadest month of the year in gacha, 35 million. That's saying something. Nikkei made more money. Nikkei just continues to overachieve. Basically, not that it's a bad game. I actually like it. Still play it. Basically, still strong in it as somebody who doesn't really spend. Like I got a really strong account in Nikkei, and it's at 27 million. That's pretty good. Up from last month. Can I actually no but what I can do is this, and we can do that, and then I'll just back it out afterwards. Now it's blurry though. It's fine. So Fate Grand Order, Fate continues to just make money. This does. Star Rail actually went down, which is interesting. It went down, but still 20 million, so who cares? Uma, I'm still upset with Uma that it's not global. I don't know what they're doing, but then again, if it's global, they're probably going to IP block anyway and piss everybody off. So I guess we can't win with that. It's just going to be one of those games that they're just going to have in Japan just caking. Puzzle Dragons is another one that was just legendary just there. Dragon Ball Legends, being consistent. I didn't expect Dragon Ball Legends to really pop off the way that it is right now. I thought Dokkan would just pop up all the time, but Legends is overtaking Dokkan, as you can see. It's just basically Dokkan's kind of like fading, and like it's but so long that game type was going to be on point anyway. So you can kind of like expect that to kind of happen. But yeah, Bounty Rush, that's actually pretty good that it went up. Same thing with Blue Archive, but Blue Archive got a bunch of free summons and stuff like this, and Swimsuit gacha going on right now, so that's pretty much the case. JP Dokkan Battle is actually higher than Global Dokkan Battle. See, a little bit down. Jujutsu Kaisen. I what I think is wasn't last month. Last month was it Toji? I don't think it was Toji. No, it was Sakuna was the banner last month. So you are the man. I say Sakuna. You already know what the deal is with that. But they still did good. 10 million. Hatsumiku. I don't know how that game make money. Besides, I guess it's just Miku's name because that's not really that great of a game. Heaven's Burn Red has been doing 7 to 8 million every month in its existence, so I expect that. And like I said, this game is peak. I showed another video of it recently. Like I just don't know why they don't put it global. It's an amazing game. If we got Altilia global, then we should have Heaven Burns Red global. We just should. Dragon Ball Dokkan Battle again, like I said, is what it is there. Summoner's War hanging in there. 10 million to 7 million. Ensemble Stars is another game that probably is going to fade out eventually, but still hanging on, making money. Arknights isn't doing that great, and JP, but it went up this month, so last month rather, by 4 million, so that's good for them. Fate doing Fate things. Memento Mori lying. I don't care what nobody say, but 5 million last month, 5 million this month. That's probably one person who did that. That one person is stockpiling that game. He just rich and he just buy everything and like buy a guild or something like that. I'm not buying that. That game is dead. Every time I come into that game, I still have it installed on the emulator. I go in there and I on purpose try to do co-op and try to do raids and stuff like that and try to talk, and there is nobody on that server. Like one person, I think last week or the week before last, was like, "Why are you here, Scion?" Like they literally spoke to me. We had a whole conversation by ourselves for like 10 minutes. And he was like, "Dude, there's nobody in this game." He's like, "You're the first person I've seen to talk in a month." I was like, "I know." And you tell me that game made 5 million? Y'all lying. Ain't no way. Black Clover M, when there's no Julius, 5 million. That's a uh-oh. I always thought that this was going to be a uh-oh to begin with, and then it ballooned up, and then, you know, maybe I was wrong, but I don't really see much more stuff except like, you know, like Demon Asta, the Fire Captain chick, and outside that, the game doesn't seem to have there's something missing. I think it needs more content creators, but in order to get more content creators, you're gonna have to actually pay them and you know, kind of like, it needs more community. That's what it needs. It needs more community and content creators, and then maybe it'll be okay and it'll have something to go. Unless they're just gonna let it flame out, but you know, we'll see. Blue Archives Global is not doing well. That 1.6 is Bounty Rush is they all made more money though, which is weird because, you know, you're going from December to January, you made more money. That's just so you must have had something that was really interesting to people. Ever Crisis JP, as I always said with Squaresoft, that's problematic because Squaresoft was gonna look at this and say that's not enough for how much the game actually costs. And then also problematic is that this is JP. Where is Global? That's an even bigger problem. One Piece Treasure Cruise is probably hanging on. Legends JP is all right. Bang Dream Girls Band. Bang Dream has a couple of games and they seem to hang on, so they might be okay. Treasure Cruise has been around forever. They're okay. Tower of God is not okay. they're in trouble. Epic 7 is like, I don't know what happened. I don't even care, but what happened? Dog, 3 million? Like, see, it's weird to say 3 million like it's not a high number. The problem is how much it costs to actually run these games. So, in general, when it's like easily probably 1 to 2 million to run the game because of how many servers it has, the server cost, you know, server cost is about 20% of what it normally was back before the epidemic. So that's actually fallen down and becoming manageable now. So that's a lot of companies are gonna, you know, probably stick around a little bit longer now, but it's still like, you know, higher than what it was. So, you know, we'll see. And then if you have a really popular game, like say like with Epic 7, it easily, when people look at this and think that this 3 million is enough in 1 month to run Epic 7 with all the servers, with how much it costs with the IP and everything else like that, that's not a lot. You got to pay people too. Like they have like whole companies of maybe like 100 people in the company. So what, they all supposed to get $1,000 a piece? Like you have to think about that. So plus the electric bill and wherever they're at, or like, you know, like servers, computers, like all of that costs money. Like it just isn't for free. So like the Epic 7 is a little bit worrying. Princess Connect over here is hanging on. That's worrying. Mobile Suit Gundam. It's a Bandai game, so this is gonna get canceled. I'm just telling you guys now because the IP probably costs a lot, and I just told you about the how much it costs to run stuff. So that's gonna be like yikes. Echo. I mean, that's okay. It can't be that much to run Echo. Like, you know, like this right here is not that crazy to actually run stuff like it. So, you know, it might be okay, but then again, I could be wrong, and they could just have just as many you know, bills as anybody else, because you don't know the company's bills, because they usually don't say that. We just have to like kind of infer a little bit, you know, maybe this is the case, maybe that's the case, and then, you know, we'll just take it from there. But, you know, stuff could be just as expensive, so that's a little bit, you know, worrying, even though it's still good. 1.7, 1.8, they made more this time around. Azura Lane, that's problematic. Devil May Cry, that's really problematic, because I know that's expensive as an IP. Capcom actually even promoted this game, so I don't think they got their money back. If we being real right now, but they promoted this game and it only got 1.7. That's when you know it's a uh-oh. Yeah, this is a uh-oh when they get promoted. They didn't actually do, like, in comparison, Street Fighter Duel got promoted too, and was in, like, what was it, like 10 to 15 million or something like this. This only got 1.6. But then again, they like wrecked themselves the first week that the game was out, like a paid select banner and everything else. And we're literally watching One Punch do the same ridiculousness. Like, I don't, companies just don't, I say this a lot, and it's not like I'm trying to. I know one company actually reached out and said like I'd be hurting people feelings and stuff like this. I don't think they hire an industry person to look at the market and say, you know what, this might be a paid select banner. It might not be a good idea. That might not be a good idea. We might not want to do that. That might piss people off, and nobody plays the game. And then content creators make videos and make you look like morons, and then nobody plays the game. And then nobody pays for the select banner, because the select banner, all the characters that are in the select banner, you can just like reroll for, or just eventually get them over time. So what the hell is the select banner there for? Like for whales? Whales ain't gonna do it because there ain't gonna be nobody in the game. I can't even. I've said that to a company before, and I kid you guys not, the person actually said to me, we had marketing and we sat down and devised a plan. I was like, what plan? Tell me the marketing. He's like, oh, well, I can't, like, you know, that's in-house. I was like, no, it's not in-house because it didn't exist. Like, I straight up to the person, he lied. Like, it doesn't exist. I don't want to believe that you had a whole ass meeting of marketing people that said that this was a good idea. And like the person was like, oh, well, you know, this type of stuff happens east or west. I was like, the Asian companies are not going to be sitting up there in the marketing meeting doing that. You're not going to get, absolutely not. Like, they be having some whole ass press. Like, you're not going to lie to me and tell me that somebody did that. This just, nobody did it. Just keep it a buck, keep it real. See, the thing is that I annoy a lot of companies is because I'm a content creator, a YouTuber, so they think naturally that you're not educated, but I'm a college grad. And I actually researched stuff. I went back to school for stuff, so I actually know. Like, I know business. I went to school and actually learned it. I went back to school and learned like computer programming recently. So when companies say stupid stuff to me, I'll be like, absolutely not. They're like, no, you can't. I'm not buying that. So they be sitting there like, oh, like Like I get the tough to work with type of thing because I don't be listening to nonsense. Like you know, tell the truth. Like at the end of the day, gamers just want to play games and have the truth told to them. That's all you want at the end of the day. That's all we want, rather. I'm saying you, but all we want at the end of the day. But companies don't want to do that. And then when you challenge that, it's like you're being problematic and not the company itself. And like it's weird. Ooh, excuse me. It's weird that instead of just saying, hey, you know what, we'll do better, they don't do that. Companies don't do that until something really bad happens, aka Activision, Square. You know I love Square, but still bad stuff happens to Square because they just don't do stuff sometimes. Ubisoft, like it just all comes out. All those companies, every single time they get challenged, they make it seem like it's the people that are on the bad, instead of them actually just say, you know what, we wrong, we'll do better. They don't do that ever. Did Blizzard ever do it with all of the nonsense that they did? No. People just got fired, or they just gave them like packages to resign, and they just put somebody else there to do the same damn thing. Basically, they don't apologize. It's like, you know, that's all of this stuff right here, all of these games right here struggling right this is literally because of that. I just want to point majority of that out because they don't want to do better. But Azure Lane right here, another Eden. That game, another Eden is another game that deserves a lot of press and accolades, but it just doesn't. Altilia and JP. That's a yikes right there for how much it went down. But the 4 million is a good start. Brown Dust holding on. Octopath Traveler, that's another Square game that's probably going to get canceled. Eversoul is probably going to get canceled, even though it went up to like 1 million. Again, the cost of production. Colorful Stage Global probably going to get canceled. The Honkai Impact 3 ain't never going to get canceled because it got all the Hoyo money, so they can just do whatever they want in that game. But they got the 2.0 coming, so that I'm definitely going to check that out. Reverse 99 is probably going to get canceled. Dolphin Wave, and I'm just not even like whatever. And now remember when I said that Ever Crisis was in trouble? I got somebody so pissed off at me, was like, it's not in trouble, you're a hater, you just want games to get canceled, and hey, look where we're at. Here we are. And remember what I was just saying about Where's Global and JP? Like, that's a uh-oh. This is a uh-oh. This game is underachieving like Final Fantasy VII, but the Final Fantasy VII characters in it got 1 million in January. That is bad. And they had this is the month that they actually put Yuffie out there and had Rebirth Yuffie on top of that, Rebirth outfits and everything else. You got Rebirth coming out in less than a month, and you made $1 million. You know you done effed up. Somebody got fired or getting fired for Ever Crisis, because there ain't no way that this game should be failing right now, other than bad management. Like, again, I was in a Discord and talking to people and getting at Square and be like, what the heck are y'all doing? Like, how? And this game right here is the most upsetting to me out of all of this Ever Crisis, because that just shouldn't, like, Square, I know they're gonna see this because I'm sponsored by them. Square, your entire mobile division, fire every fucking one of them. Every one of them. Every single one of them. I don't care if somebody get mad, take me off being the sponsor if you get pissed off of me. Every single one of them. Every game you got canceled, basically, or is failing or underachieving. You got legendary IPs and you make it 1 million a month. And Booty Shaking DK making 30, making y'all look retarded. Like, it what? Fire every single one of them. Get new people Get younger people, not them old people that been in the industry for 40 damn years, my entire life, who probably can't even see anymore. All of them. Fire every single one of them. Bandai too. The hell with y'all if y'all get mad. I don't care. I'm tired of Japan making excuses why you can't make games properly. $1 billion franchise, you made $1 million a month. That's embarrassing. Another Eden, that's probably gonna get canceled even though I love it. Limbus Company, I don't know how that's still here. Path of Nowhere, same thing. Aether Gazer hurts my feelings because Aether Gazer is a really cool and good game. Like it deserves 1 million more. Like it deserves more money than Ever Crisis. I could say that much. Honkai Impact JP, yeah. Captain Tsubasa, that's anime based, so you know. Reverse 1999, not doing that great. Punishing Gray Raven deserves more money, but it's about to get. I think that's gonna get canceled too because the fact that Wuthering Waves is coming, same company, and everybody's gonna bail. So we're probably gonna lose PGR. Tower Fantasy deserves way more because I still think that Tower Fantasy is better than Genshin is to this day, and that's not trying to cap or anything else like that. I just think that that's just a better game, including the new server where they revamped everything. Like it got even better as a game, but I don't think Tower Fantasy is gonna be around much longer, especially with them splitting the server in half like that. They just, again, whoever is running that company, fire them too and get somebody else. Snowbreak just never got a fair chance. Snowbreak is actually a fun game, but it's like the Snowbreak is a game that shouldn't have come out during the tail end of the pandemic because that's what they're suffering from. Like, if they came out now, like if Snowbreak came out like right now, this would be a different story. This would be a completely different story. And then, but what also hurt them is that their content cycle is really long. Like it's like most game companies go between 2 to 3 weeks from updates. They're like maybe 5 to 6 weeks on their updates. That's a long content cycle. So I don't know how. They're probably not going to be around for much longer. Global Ulterior only got 500, but then that's not the whole month. So they probably got around 1 million in their month. Because it's only like, what is that, 2 weeks? Matter of fact, it hasn't even been 2 weeks. It was like what? Nah, it hasn't even been a week. That's like a week. So they would probably get like 2 million or something like that coming in. So Global Ulterior, it might not be in a bad place. Octopath is probably on the way out. Battle Chronicles, damn, that's the JP one. That's not even the global one. We even seen the global one. That's probably on the way out. Sombre Stars in trouble. Outer Plane in trouble. I don't know why Guardian Tales is still here. Punishing Gray Raven JP in trouble. Aster, I heard about this game. This game probably never coming out. Global in trouble. It's probably super like. I can't. I don't understand how these game companies just mess up so hard, man. Alchemy Stars, they hanging on. They made this much every month for like the entire year and still here. So same thing with Counterside. Guardian Tales, same thing too. Echo over at JP. I don't expect Echo to last in the other regions that much longer. I think they're gonna be dying out if they don't die in global too. Bang, that's a yikes. Black Clover M, I don't even. Wow, Damachi, look at this. That's probably going to get canceled. Damachi actually is turning into a cool game. It wasn't a cool game in the beginning, but it's actually turning into it. But it's probably not even going to get the chance to do that. But that's probably going to get canceled. Girls Frontline, I don't even know why that still exists. That should not be here anymore. NeuroCloud, I forgot about that game. Girls Frontline. I forgot about Tact OP. Look at all of this down here. Not long for the world. Artery Gear is still a game. and Archland. I remember when Archland came out and popped off with 10 million, and then the following month had 5 million, and then it was over after that. They just, I don't know why they just let that go. Archland is a very good game, but 20K, dog. Artery Gear, and then Hegan just came out at a bad time too. Like all of these games down here in red, you're gonna probably hear EOS in like a week. One of these games is gonna EOS in a week. We're probably gonna hear that. Like in February, you're gonna hear it. Like one, if not maybe 4 or 5 of them gonna be gone, because this is fiscal point. The first 2 months is like fiscal. January, all the reports start coming in, so companies figure out if they want to like go the entire year, and then February, people got to start signing checks. So looking at this, somebody like I could tell right here, somebody not long for the world, yo. So it's a good talk. We got through it. I do apologize. Places like the Ever Crisis thing actually is making me mad right now, because I don't know who is running mobile. I've never actually seen, like in other companies, I actually know who's running it. Like in Bandai, I know who's running the mobile stuff, which is why I direct my anger always towards those particular people. But I actually don't know who's running the mobile stuff with because they never actually let you know. There's like CMs, like community managers and stuff like that, and I always get at them, but I don't actually know who handles all of what Square does with their mobile. There's no credits for that. It has team, like it has like they directly protect that, and I find that interesting. Like you get people who like make like background stuff and stuff like this, but they directly protect who's controlling it. And you see like the figurehead like on like a week, maybe once, like during the live stream, like the figurehead, and then they had the Final Fantasy, like the father of Final Fantasy there, but you don't necessarily see all of the people who take all that stuff into account. And even the person who's the figurehead for Ever Crisis is old. Look like he don't even need to be playing this stuff anymore. Like 70 old. Like, bro, you don't even know what gacha is. You're like hello, have you even summoned once in your life? Like, I can't, yo. This is Square, you starting to really approach that Bandai level, and I'm starting to really get irritated. So please do better. I'll catch you guys next video.